time that we have brought you these amazing breaded pork ribeyes. Oh, and this is premium pork. We love this one, absolutely. If you have picked up anything from the Rastelli's family, give us a call. We'd love to hear your story, 800-395-1601. Chef Chris Mentzer is slicing into these beautiful pork ribeyes that I had last night, and I made a little video. It's on my social media channels, Steve Does QVC. I posted it this morning. I thought I was gonna need a bunch of sauces. No sauce needed at all. How you doing this morning, Chef?
I'm doing
nice
good.
You,
How
buddy.
are you? Good to
So
see you.
good. Well, this is such a fantastic moment because we've sold over 4.5 million of these premium pork ribeyes, but now we're seeing these with a nice light breading coating of Parmesan, parsley, pepper, and salt. It's so, so delicious. Let me take you through what we have to offer you right now. So we have these in an 8 count or a 16 count. We have an immediate ship date or the week of February 24th. So let's break this down right now. If you want that 8 count, it's $69.98 for easy payments of $17.50, making each of those $8.75. These are 6 ounces, a nice big size. So this could probably feed a couple of you guys. If you want to double it up, we've got that 16 count for $119.98 or 4 easy payments of $30, making these each $7.49. There's a stock up and save more here of $19.98 with that 16 count. Then you choose if you want that immediate ship date or you want this brought to you the week of February 24th. Lock this in on auto delivery and keep this good thing a coming every 60 days for 1 year. These are spectacular, but truly everything that the Rastelli's family brings us is just absolutely perfect because it is hand trimmed, hand weighed, and brought to you as if it was like your small town butcher. And that's the real story here with all of these premium cuts of meats and this wonderful sourcing that we get these from too. And Chef Chris is here in the house to tell us all about this fantastic cut and this new offer that we're showing you right now.
It really is incredible, Steve. And look, I love showing this because this is what this is all about. I mean, a pork cutlet, right, that you can cut with a fork. I mean, literally like butter. And what makes it so special, this is the one item that we've actually had, right, the pork ribeye.
Right.
That I think we were talking about it last night with Rachel. We sold over 4.5 million of our pork ribeyes. And what the number one thing was on our pork ribeyes is that the customers always saw us doing the breaded like schnitzel and the cutlets. And they always said, oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Right.
Can you do that for us?
Yeah.
And we did this for our QVC guests.
I love that.
For our family at QVC. That's what this was all about. That's where this came from. And I can tell you, my wife is so happy that we did it because this is her go-to cutlet.
We love.
Okay, and what we say is, we say cutlet at our house.
Right.
Because when we make this, we make cutlets. You can't tell what cutlet this is.
Right.
Chicken, veal.
Sure.
All we know is that it's so moist, it's so tender, it's so juicy and so flavorful that it makes the best of everything.
Absolutely. And I mean, packed with protein, friends. This is 33 grams of protein in each one of these 6-ounce beautiful premium pork ribeye cutlets that you're seeing here, essentially. But I think what's so perfect is what you're looking at right there is that amazing sort of crust to meat ratio, which I think is so, so good because I mean, a lot of us making smarter choices, this is absolutely a smarter choice right here because this is not this big, crunchy, deep fried something.
It's not. I mean, if you look at this, it's just enough. If you look at how thin that coating is, it's just enough. And when I press on this, and I'm usually on a cutlet, you don't see juice. You don't see that marbling. And from that Duroc hog that we get locally, right in here in Pennsylvania, Dutch County, this is coming fresh to us to our butcher shop. And look at that. That's from the marbling that you get from this absolutely delicious pork. I want to show you on the board, Steve, real quick, because I think it's really important to understand why it's so special and what we do. Okay, so this is our pork ribeye, right? This is what comes in. This is this beautiful pork ribeye steak that we get, that over 4.5 million people have bought on QVC.
Right, definitely.
So all we do, when we were making the thing, all we do is we...
I actually brought my Rastelli's apron that Ray gave me here, so I'm gonna put this on.
There you go. All we do is we just lightly pound this. That's it. And we do this every single one of these, Steve, by hand. Just like that. You see all that marbling in there?
Yeah.
That's why these cutlets are so juicy and so moist. And when you make a cutlet with this, and then all we do, when you make a cutlet with this, Steve, it keeps it like delicious, melt in your mouth.
Right,
Where most
tender,
cutlets,
juicy.
you're tasting tomato, you're tasting cheese.
You're right.
It's not the star.
No,
This
not
is
at
actually
all.
the star. And then all we do is we just take salt and pepper, fresh parsley, panko breadcrumbs, and fresh Parmesan cheese. And that's it. We mix this together, flour, egg, and breadcrumb. And Steve, can you imagine pounding out 8 or 16 of these
No, that's
in the
so,
kitchen?
no, absolutely not.
And then having to take the flour, egg, and breadcrumb, that is really a lot of work. And
True.
then what are you going to do with them?
Yeah.
Are you going to freeze them? What are you going to do?
No.
Right? You're going to get these already done in a bag like this, Steve. They're going to come 4 to a bag.
This was my favorite part. So
Yeah.
literally last night, I showed you this morning when I posted this video, I took it from my freezer into the air fryer, 7 minutes on each side. I had this beautiful dinner within minutes.
14 minutes.
Yeah.
You had to start cooking your pasta and everything else first
It's
before
right.
this is going to be done, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get a head start. But these are going to come 4 to a bag. You're going to open up the bag. It's resealable,
right
and
there.
then they're individually cried back. Am I upside
Yeah,
down? I'm
there you
upside
go.
down.
Yeah,
and they're going to be
resealable.
right. And all the cooking directions are on here. And we also have a great card here, Steve, for you.
Oh, this
Okay,
is
that comes with
so
every
fun.
order.
It's a little 15-minute meals here that you can make something absolutely spectacular. That's coming with your amazing breaded premium pork ribeyes, which is so smart because, I mean, the team here knows exactly what they're doing here. Did you make a Parmesan?
So yeah, and I think this is what's really important to know about the pork, right?
so
and the
good.
reason I always say it's a cutlet, because you can do everything that you do with veal or chicken or any other premium product, right?
Sure.
But this is going to have more flavor.
Right.
This is going to really melt in your mouth, and your guests are going to be thinking they're eating the finest of the finest. Look at this. How about we just lay that right on here?
Ooh, yes,
Now
please.
look at the size of this, Steve. That could be easily cut in half.
Oh, absolutely.
Easily cut in half. And just look how, I mean, I just want to show you just how beautiful this is. I'm going to move these over a little bit. But I'm going to cut this in half here to show you when this gets cooked and it's nice and hot, just how beautiful this really is. And what I love about it is after you cook it, this is going to be the same thing. You're going to cook it in the oven,
Right.
Steve, just like 7 minutes like you mentioned on each side, right? And look at this. Look how gorgeous this is.
I mean, 5-star meal here that we're seeing right here. This
I mean,
is
look at that
absolutely
cheese,
fantastic.
that beautiful pork, and the pork is not going to dry out on you.
No.
And that's why that makes it so special. And I keep on saying about a cutlet,
Sure.
it's a cutlet. Don't worry about if it's pork or not, because when you eat this,
Right.
it is going to be life-changing. You're going to have the best cutlet, the best parm, the best whatever you do.
So delicious.
Right?
I mean, it's so good because, I mean, let's face it, like, this is not red meat also. So this is a really nice way for you to go ahead and mix up your proteins,
Yes.
as so many of us are wanting to incorporate more protein in our diet. This is a great way to do so here with these beautiful premium pork ribeyes that we're seeing for the first time as a today's special value with this very light breading. Yes, we're saying breading, but it's going to give you like that perfect golden crust and not like a big like coating, if you will, right?
It's going to be, yeah, it's really, really lightly coated. So you're not going to get that heavy crust that you normally get when you bread something. We do it really thin.
Biggest sandwich I've ever
Well,
seen.
you know something, the big game is coming up, right? Yeah. And there's times like maybe your team's in it, maybe your team's not.
Sure.
But I think ours is.
I heard that.
So I mean, this is what people do for like the big game, right? They take this beautiful sandwich bread, they do it like a 18-inch or 2-foot sandwich, right? So this is just one, Steve, one cutlet right here. 2 cutlets is going to make this beautiful sandwich. I'm just going to take this on here. I'm going to put this on just like this. Look
Wow, this looks
I mean, look
really
at this,
nice.
right?
Yes.
So we're going to sit there. And this right now, look, that is really just one cutlet. I might need a little bit more, right, that I can throw on here.
Absolutely.
Okay, but literally about 1.5 cutlets is making this sandwich.
That's
and then,
huge.
Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. So you're having, a game day, and then what we're going to do, you can pick it, right? So you're going to get a pick here, a pick here.
Oh, touchdown.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
Love
pick
that.
here.
That's
right?
fun.
Yeah, it's just something that, you can do so much with this. And I know this table, if you look at this table, there's so many different things, but that's why this is so versatile. I mean, how about we just cut into that?
Oh, yes, please.
And now listen, I can cut these in smaller pieces, Steve.
But why? I mean, you're going to want to. But why?
Why, right? Why?
We can make them slider size, sure, but like you're absolutely going to want a nice big piece of this one once you dive your teeth into here.
But look at that.
Oh, just beautiful. absolutely fantastic. And
That is
really,
gorgeous.
well, Chris is showing you the versatility here with this one. So you can really have this lunch, dinner, apps, and you name it in so many different ways. Let me take you through exactly what we're offering here as a first time today special value with this premium pork ribeye in this beautiful breading that we're seeing here. The 8 count is $69.98 or 4 easy payments of $17.50. Each of those costing you $8.75 each. Then if you want to double it up on that 16 count, it's a stock up and save of $19.98. The 16 count is $119.98 for easy payments of $30. Each of those costing you then $7.49. You can lock this in on auto delivery and keep this coming home every 60 days for 1 year. You're also going to get that amazing 15-minute meal guide, which is going to give you some inspiration to go ahead and make some amazing, beautiful dishes in just a matter of minutes, which is so fantastic. But literally my favorite part, out of the freezer, out of the package, into the air fryer, 7 minutes, onto my plate. I put a whole bunch of different sauces out on my plate and I didn't even touch them. That's how juicy and tender and flavorful this is. But even imagine putting this on top of a salad or pasta, or what are we having now? Some amazing little sliders here.
We are. I'm gonna just take one cutlet, right? Just one here. And I'm gonna cut this into 6 pieces, right? Just like that. One. Look how easy that is, Steve. 1,
Okay,
2,
delicious.
3. Okay. I don't even have enough rolls. That's how big these are. But look at that, 4 beautiful sliders, right, for game day, right? And then if you're doing a cheese board or you're doing a little thing for the big game,
right,
you put those on top of there. You kind of move it around. Look how, and again, simple,
so cute,
easy, and something that you can do really quick.
Oh,
it's just
definitely.
Yes.
Well, Mary Beth Rowe, when I first started working here, was like, "Oh, Steve, you have got to try these pork ribeye steaks." And I was like, "What did you just say? A what?" And I was like, "Okay." And she was right. And then I had the wonderful opportunity to go spend the day at the Rastelli's factory with my buddy there. You were there as well. So everyone was having a great time. And I really got to understand why and how this beautiful, amazing company brings us these wonderful cuts of meat. I mean, everything is so perfectly sourced, everything is hand trimmed, hand weighed, and then brought to you. It's like your little local hometown butcher that you've known forever, but now in this awesome sort of way that continuously challenges themselves to stay on top of food trends and bring you some really great meals. This is so awesome. We have a special guest over here. Let's come on over here and talk about what's happening right here. And well, hello, ma'am.
Hey, forgive me for being a table away. I'm hanging out over here by the auto delivery, and it smells amazing.
Magic.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Hugs over pork.
Hugs. I think that's a movie. Now wait, we have a 9 a.m. Belle by Kim Gravel coming up. At 11 a.m. we have an hour of LWYA Beauty. This is her new skincare.
Wait.
And I know you're selling food, so I'm so sorry.
No.
Tangerine Birch.
Tangerine. Oh, lofty.
Isn't
beautiful.
it?
Buoyancy.
Oh,
bounce.
lovely.
Okay, great. Because I don't know why, but my knuckles are so dry right now.
We shall discuss it at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Not specifically Steve's knuckles. But knuckles, everything is just so dry. And this is clean beauty, cruelty. Thank you.
Wait, can we just do that?
Clean beauty, cruelty free.
This is wild. I did this earlier on. I mean, look at like one of these hands does not look like the other. Moist, dry.
Do you need a little more before you go back in?
Yes, I do.
Hit it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for letting me stop by.
Thank you.
Good to see you both.
Smells amazing.
Bye,
We'll see you in a
guys.
bit, Mayor. Okay, so back to premium pork ribeyes while I'm putting on some hand cream. This is great fun right here because we've sold over 4.5 million of these premium pork ribeyes, but now you're seeing these with this beautiful, wonderful breading of Parmesan, parsley, salt, and pepper, but like not thick. Really nice and so versatile. We're making all the sandwiches for game day here. 8 count or 16 count, ship now or the week of February 24th. So good. What's happening right here, my friend?
It's Philadelphia, right? How about a nice little pork steak, right? On a nice little baguette. Put a little peppers and onions on that. And listen, you can even do anything you want. You could even do it with a little marinara if you like.
Yeah.
Or you could just do it with this peppers, onions, melt some provolone cheese on here. But look how beautiful that is. And that's not even a whole cutlet.
Oh.
I mean, you're gonna get 2 sandwiches out of 1 cutlet. You're gonna make this beautiful sandwich. And then again, if you wanna have it with French fries or whatever you're serving it with, but you're gonna get this, look how big this is.
It's beautiful.
It really is. And I mean, it's just something that, again, look at that. I mean, peppers and onions,
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Absolutely.
I mean, that is absolutely, that's a game changer.
Definitely.
You know?
Oh, that's a touchdown. That's a big win right there. I'd love if you could take us through the sort of breading coating process again right
Yes,
over here.
let's
and
do that.
How exactly y'all are getting that together, because the last thing we want to do is make a big old mess in the kitchen. Let the Rastelli team do that for you and bring this to you with ease.
So what we do is we cut those beautiful steaks, and you can see that gorgeous marbling, and that's from that Duroc hog, right?